season. And there was many things in season 1 that I didn't get to add to the table of the character because it just didn't fit. It just wasn't the right timing. But this season we've done a complete overhaul, down from his physicality to the prosthetics that I wear. And Brad Kern, our new showrunner, sort of wrote that into the story, and Vincent's been taken by his new makers, I guess, and turned into the super soldier they always intended him to be. So I have much more of a purpose in this, in the first few episodes anyway, and he's got an objective, and he's very different. He's a very different Vincent to what we last left off in season 1. So I just wanted him to be a little bit more dangerous, a bit more spontaneous, and leave the audience guessing a little bit.
For this show, when you first heard they're remaking Beauty and the Beast, I'm like, I don't know, let's see how it goes. And then you guys managed between, like the medical stuff for your character, the love interest with you two. I mean, it just managed to blow me out of the water. So for season 2, what's going to happen with you two now? And like, what's going on with you guys?
Season 2 is pretty unpredictable that way. Vincent's lost his memory, so he doesn't remember anything from last season. I think there's just basically I would call it like a soul connection between the two characters.
Ripping out the hearts of the fans.
Yes. So it really is. It's a dangerous situation for Catherine because she doesn't know what he's capable of. She doesn't know what he's doing. I think she's kind of like he's trying to get her out of the way and yet feels drawn to her at the same time. So I feel like this year will be a lot more precarious between the two characters, and it won't be as easy for the fans to watch.
But in a good way.
Yeah. It's more dramatic.
And Jay, I want to ask you, how is it, with the whole transforming when you were doing that? Because obviously that's not really happening. So as an actor, how do you prep for that? How do you prepare for...
the transformation from Vincent to the Beast?
Yeah, how do you prepare for that?
Well, I don't know. I'm a very physical actor as it is anyway, so for me that's the juice and the fun stuff to go to work and play with. But this season we've kind of changed the VFX a little bit, and so Vincent's morphs are quite different. And with the new prosthetics, it's more subtle, I guess. It's not such a full grotesque mask. So we want the audience to keep guessing, is he Vincent or is he the Beast? And that line between the two is a little more murky, I think. But yeah, it's very technical. You have to be very still with the camera. You have to match the last frame. You have to have blue dots all over your face.
Yeah.
So amongst all that technical kind of stuff, you have to somehow act through all of that.
Right,
as well.
and then you also are responding to that.
You know what? I've been doing sci-fi for so... Hey, I don't laugh when you transform into beasts. But doing sci-fi for as long as I have, that's all what it is. I only laugh when you run into walls.
Or when I take you into cars.
Or when you're carrying me into the car because I don't trust you.
I wouldn't trust me either.
I can see a lot of love between you.
Kristen, can you talk a little bit about what's going on in Catherine's professional life this season? There's a lot of changes.
Catherine is failing at her job this season. She's obsessed with Vincent. So Tess has kind of taken over everything to do with work. She just isn't able to balance everything the way that she used to. But also, everyone in the office is working on Beast cases anyway. So everything seems to be okay, but she's just not able to. Her life is in disarray. She's just a wreck.
Are you happier this season that they've given him amnesia so that the will they won't they happen? So
we can do will they won't they again?
Exactly. So, because it seemed rushed in the first season,
Yes.
so now you'll get a better chance at it.
Yeah, well, the audience now knows these two characters are meant to be together. We get it, we got it. Now they can really earn that process, and it doesn't have to be cut and dry. It can be a torturous process, as it should be.
And we can learn about these characters separately as well.
Which is
a
very
bit more
important.
before they come back together.
They invested a lot in each other and defined, at least Catherine did, define herself through him. So this year is really about getting away from that.
One more question.
Oh, that's pressure. That's pressure.
Just wanted to ask you why do you think that fantasy is so popular?
Fantasy?
Yeah. like fairy tales?
because it's fantasy. People can lose themselves in it. It's spectacle in a way.
I don't know, the world's in a rough place in many ways. I think often when stuff is going on that's really difficult, people turn to fantasy. I mean, Smallville became very popular right after 9/11. It was there is something that happens, I think, in popular culture where you get drawn to certain stories when like it's tough. Like if you watch the news, it's brutal right now.